Thank you for having me.
Okay. I'd like to understand your role as the Africa Planet Prize project lead in a nutshell.
So, as a lead, my main roles are just three: strategic oversight, driving the operations, again the technical oversight, churning out the material, the content, the concept notes, ensuring that the frameworks are adhered to, and third, fiscal responsibility, just ensuring that project funds are utilized in the way they should be. Thank you.
Okay, that sounds quite packed, I would say.
Quite.
Quite
I was
packed.
born for this.
Very good, very good. We're happy to hear that. So, in your experience as the project lead, would you say there were any highs and lows while running the project?
Thank you for that question. Yes. Um, First of all, we want to thank our partners, the Frontier Research Foundation, for coming on board and realizing the gap, initializing the Africa Planet Prize, and also entrusting the African Academy of Science to run the inaugural Africa Planet Prize. And with that, the first year of implementation has had its own fair share of highs and areas of learning. So, tidbits about the highs are the fact that we've been able to map up around 100 African institutions across the continent. We needed at least 5 institutions, universities, and research institutions in each of the 20 countries as a start, as a pilot. And we are happy to mop about 100 institutions that will be engaged in the Africa Planet Prize and Planetary Boundaries discourse. That was a high. The second high has been the fact that we've been having issues across the continent. It's well documented that researchers always looking for opportunities. So this was a very good opportunity, especially for researchers and early careers researchers specifically in the planetary boundaries discourse. So it was an opportunity for them. Of course, they received a token amount. And then third of it is the fact that it was really addressing the issues that are pertinent to the African continent. And we are happy that this initiative came to be. An area of learning is the fact that perhaps we were looking out in the inception phase, looking for 5 countries in each of the 20 countries. We know Africa has 50 plus countries, so we'll be looking out to mop up even more countries to get involved in this initiative. Thank you.
Okay, then that's a very good answer. It leads to my next question actually. I know the lack of writing skills and language barrier issues have been mentioned as some of the issues that led to the low participation rates, as you mentioned. So, how would you suggest we can address these issues from an academic perspective?
Thank you for that question. Yes, Africa is diverse. So we have the Lusophone speakers, we have the Anglophone and the Francophone speakers. And it's true that at some point we encountered some headwinds, largely because of the language barrier issue. So moving forward, we are hoping that we'll engage these institutions to really break it down what it takes to get involved in some of these initiatives to the would-be or upcoming researchers in their spaces and in the institutions. And that is at their level, but at the level of the African Academy of Science, we'll also move forward to ensure that we engage them on different platforms, be it sending out multilingual material or sending out calls that are translated or transcribed in the various languages, but also sensitizing them on the importance of really adhering to getting to understand exactly how to go about some of these application processes and how to get them involved and engaged over time. So it's a responsibility of the academy to ensure that all these institutions are involved. It's all inclusive. Thank you so much.
Okay, yeah, that's a very comprehensive response, and it will actually inform now my next question, which will be, you provide us with a justification to have a second cycle of the African Planet Prize.
It's an exciting question, and thank you for that. We want, again, we never stop to thank our partners, the Frontier Research Foundation, for actually coming up with the initiative of the African version of the Planet Prize. Remember, we have the Frontier Research Foundation has been running the Global Planet Prize for quite a while. And this was the inaugural or inception Africa Planet Prize. and for them trusting a Pan-African institution as the African Academy of Science to be the partner to roll out the Africa Planet Prize has been very strategic. Why? Because this is aligned to our third mandate as the Academy to implement STI programs. And this comes out as climate change or climate science is an interesting thematic area for the African Academy of Science, and it also closely ties to the challenges that the continent goes through. And so, giving us the inaugural space to roll out the Planetary Boundaries Initiative has been very instrumental because it also ties to our strategic goals. However, we will be very keen to not only stop here, we would want to roll out not only one cycle but several cycles so that we have some translational effect or even impact, have some space where we can actually even harvest the impact of what we have tried to achieve in the inaugural space. So we're not only looking out for one phase, we're looking for several spaces. That's one. And two, we're also in the business of trying to ensure that we get as many early career researchers involved in research, not only in material sciences, but now also in the planetary boundary sciences. So it's very key and central to our goals. Thank you.
So we are looking forward to having the second cycle and many other cycles.
Many more cycles. Just make it a mainstay in our calendar.
Exactly. And then the last question, going on from there, we want to understand how you're working to increase awareness and encourage participation across all African countries.
Thank you. I alluded to the fact that we are not leaving any country behind. We have several other programs and that are running. Of course, not in all the African countries. So we will be very keen to ensure that the gains that are made here are not lost, and that's why we will be working with our partners, stakeholders, both existing and also go out in subsequent cycles to mop up, like I said, the countries that are not involved in the first cycle, ensure that this is a discussion that is ongoing in the space of climate science and the planetary boundaries, and have the relevant stakeholders on board. So the AS will be very keen to ensure there's translational effect and continuity in this discourse. We don't stop here. Thank you.
Thank you so much for giving us your insights on your role as the project lead and different ways that we can encourage awareness so that there are more nations participating in this. At the end of the day, we want to see more African countries taking part, and we want to see them going to different parts of Africa, not just localizing it in specific areas. So we really, really appreciated your insights today. Thank you so much for giving us your time. And we look forward to seeing you again in our second cycle.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.